Most gardeners think July heat is killing their fall vegetables. They are wrong. The real problem is hidden completely underground, and by the time you notice it, your seeds are already dead. Today, I will show you the 5 July mistakes almost everyone makes and how to fix them before it is too late. If your autumn brassicas are failing to sprout right now, do not blame the seed company. Mainstream gardening videos tell you to just throw more water on the dirt. But pouring surface water onto bare summer soil is actually a giant trap. When you step outside, the summer air might feel like a hot 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but beneath your feet, bare ground exposed to the full baking sun easily crosses 140 degrees. Your seeds are literally sitting in a natural oven. If you do not fix the physical soil dynamics right now, you will lose your investment and miss the growing window completely. Let us look at the first hidden trap. Why do seeds fail to come up even when the dirt stays wet? High soil temperatures force cool season seeds into thermal dormancy, completely preventing germination. Scientists call this heat shock process thermoinhibition. A famous peer-reviewed study from Virginia Tech tested this exact biology using Pac-Man broccoli seeds. Under moderate conditions, the seeds achieved a beautiful 90% germination and 75% field emergence. But when the soil temperature hits 95 degrees Fahrenheit, germination drops down to 63%, and the physical emergence rate totally collapses. The seed embryo senses the intense heat wave and deliberately locks itself up tight to survive. It enters a deep sleep, so it does not cook to death underground. But the next mistake is even worse, and it fools almost every single experienced grower. When the top layer of dirt gets hot and dry, your natural instinct is to plant your seeds much deeper to find cooler moisture. This depth illusion is a massive mistake. When you bury a seed deep and keep soaking it with water, you create a toxic suffocation zone. Your seeds simply cannot breathe underground. Scientists refer to this underground crisis as rhizosphere oxygen depletion. Data from the North Dakota State University Extension Service shows that the oxygen level in saturated soil drops to deadly levels in just 48 to 96 hours. If your soil temperature is above 65 degrees Fahrenheit, this lack of air kills your germinating seeds completely within that small window. On top of that, you are losing your critical plant nutrition through automated denitrification. The NSU extension research proves that waterlogged summer soil loses 1 to 5% of its nitrogen every single day. If you are managing heavy clay soil, you drop an average of 1.5% of vital nitrate nitrogen daily. The fix is remarkably simple and costs $0. Do not bury your seeds deep. Keep your planting depth shallow at a standard 1.5 centimeters, but completely change your soil physics. Mix porous perlite or coarse sand directly into the top layer of your garden bed. This structural adjustment keeps the tiny soil pore spaces open and full of fresh oxygen. You must rely on a temporary 30 to 50% shade cloth to lower the heat. Never deep planting. Now here is the surprising part about watering. Most people get completely backwards. When you see your young seedlings wilting at noon, you probably grab the garden hose. You sprinkle the surface for 5 minutes to cool them down. This shallow watering habit actually triggers a sudden vascular collapse inside the plant stem. Frequent surface watering forces the seedling to build a weak, shallow root network right at the very top of the soil line, where the heat is most brutal. Official documentation from the Iowa State University Extension Service explains the real biology behind this failure. When water loss from the leaves exceeds what the root system can physically pull from the ground, the plant wilts. Their internal evaporative cooling system drops, and the leaf temperature spikes instantly. The Iowa State Extension data reveals a shocking fact. plant processes slow down so much in extreme heat that a plant may actually use less water at 95 degrees than it does at 85 degrees Fahrenheit. When you dump shallow water on baking dirt, you create a hot boiling zone. The weak surface roots cannot pump moisture fast enough to match the midday evaporation. The internal water pipes of your seedling undergo an embolism and snap completely. Stop doing frequent shallow waterings during peak sun hours. Transition your garden's schedule to deep, slow hydration early in the morning at dawn. You must saturate the soil deeply down to 8 or 10 inches. This forces the young root networks to grow straight down into cool, stable dirt far away from the stressed surface. This is where almost every gardener gets completely fooled by their own instincts. When your summer seedlings look pale, weak, or stunted, you want to feed them. You rush out and pour liquid fertilizer or heavy nitrogen poultry manure onto the garden bed. This is a fatal move for a hot weather fall garden. Forcing a highly stressed seedling to grow new leaves during a heat wave is the worst thing you can do. The official directive from Iowa State University Extension says do not fertilize during extreme heat. Because plant processes naturally slow down, adding fertilizer promotes rapid new growth that the root system cannot physically support. This creates immense additional stress and causes fast plant death. Underground, the intense summer heat causes chemical reactions and soluble salt levels to increase dramatically. Instead of feeding the crop, the concentrated nutrients turn toxic in the root zone. The fertilizer physically burns the fragile root hairs and destroys future nutrient absorption pathways completely. Lock your fertilizers away until the late summer heat waves pass. Your young seedlings do not need food right now. They need climate stabilization and shade protection. Wait until the autumn air cools down before you introduce any nutrients to the root zone. But what if your seeds germinate perfectly and look incredibly healthy, but you still lose the entire crop? This happens because of a hidden timing error that triggers premature bolting. Many home gardeners think a shade cloth fixes everything. They think if a cool season plant survives July, it will automatically make great food. This idea completely ignores the internal genetic clock of the Brassica family. Plants do not just feel temperature, they measure daylight hours every single day. Research from Michigan State University Extension illustrates this light mechanism perfectly within the Brassica family. They studied specific Brassica cover crops to see how daylight changes growth habits. They looked at the famous Pacific Gold cultivar, and known for its high glucosinolate levels. Musu Extension discovered that this Brassica is hypersensitive to daily photoperiod lengths. It flowers and bolts very quickly when grown under long summer days. Their published data notes that sufficient biomass yields from this variety will be observed only with a true fall planting window where daylight hours are actively shrinking. When a young Brassica gets long summer light, its genetics trigger an early reproduction panic loop. The plant thinks its life cycle is ending, so it completely skips growing big leaves. It immediately throws up flowers to make seeds while it still can. This is why your autumn crops bolt when they are tiny. Last July, a local home gardener planted broccoli 3 times in the open sun, and every single row failed completely. The reason was not bad seed. It was 140-degree bare soil physics trapping the crop genetics. You do not need expensive commercial greenhouses to fix this problem in your backyard. Look at what real field trials show about simple microclimate management tricks. The University of Delaware Extension Service conducted a field study using a basic 30% black shade cloth over heat-sensitive summer crops like bell peppers. The real published results from their extension data reveal that the 30% black shade cloth treatment produced the highest overall yields. It increased the total marketable harvest to 3 times the marketable yield of the unshaded control plots. You can get 3 times more clean food just by changing the solar physics hitting your soil. A simple 10 by 20 foot piece of shade cloth is cheap and easily lasts between 7 and 10 years outside. When you shade your beds, you safeguard your time and protect your autumn yield potential. Now you have completely fixed the underground soil problems, and your seeds can emerge safely. But July has another hidden enemy that moves out of sight: pests. Even the healthiest, most expensive seedlings can disappear completely overnight. In the next masterclass video right here, I will show you the real university-backed methods to stop them naturally before they destroy your fall garden.